Anton and Rio, they were so close, and they both wanted each other to do so well. And I suspect it's the same with, Jamie and Andy, where Jamie wouldn't say, I wish I would have won a Grand Slam singles. Do you understand what I mean? Well, I think they would probably both be so happy for each other.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, they're each other's biggest supporters and each other's biggest critics, but in a positive way. I think Andy knows as much about Jamie's results, play, opponents as he does of his own. And I think that's the thing. They can say things to each other that other people might not feel confident enough to say to them. And I think you need to have that. You need to have the family that can tell you how it is. And Jamie, of course, understands the top end of the game, as Andy does as well. And I think having each other around on the tour and in Davis Cups, Olympics, things like that, I mean, it's incredible. Like for me, the most time that I get most emotional and the most fun out of watching them, so long as they're winning. It's not much fun when they're not winning, but it's when they're playing together, and that usually has been Davis Cup a few times on the tour. But they are incredibly supportive of each other. It's very difficult for them to watch each other playing live because they can't go out into the crowds because they provide a distraction. But I don't know if you remember at the Australian Open a few years ago, Jamie won his first Grand Slam title, and Andy was playing in the singles final the next day, and he was watching it the hotel. And he watched it in the hotel, and Jamie got into a position where Andy thought, I think he's going to win. And Andy ran from the hotel, ran to the courts, came in and was there for the last 2 games, I think.
Yeah.
And at the trophy ceremony, Jamie went, Andy, what are you doing here? You've got a singles final tomorrow. Why are you here? And Andy was messaging me and he was going, I couldn't miss that. I could not miss him winning his first Grand Slam title. But yeah, they're incredibly close, and they're incredibly supportive, and they can be incredibly critical of each other in a good way.